This is one-on-one session with the ForumIAS founder and director Ayush Sinha. In this session, students are asked questions to test their preparedness for the personality test. One-on-one sessions are not mock panel sessions.
May I come in, sir?
Yes, please.
Good afternoon, sir.
Have a seat. Ankita
Yes, sir.
Puwar.
Yes, sir.
All right. You have used you in your spelling.
Yes, sir. That is how it's written.
Puwar is written that way.
Yes, sir. I'm from Haryana and we write it like that only.
Okay, so Puwar. I thought it is from Maharashtra.
Yes, sir. That is P-A-W-A-R.
Okay. Wonderful. So you are from Sirsa in Haryana.
Yes, sir. I was born in Sirsa, brought up in Chandigarh.
You were brought up in Chandigarh. Wonderful. And you have done electrical engineering from IIT-Roorkee.
Yes, sir.
And you like solving Japanese logic puzzles. It's called Kakuro.
Sir, I do multiple puzzles. So Kakuro is there, Hitori,
Hashi,
Hashi.
Futoshiki.
Yes, sir.
And you also like to do trekking. Wonderful. Ankita, where did you trek the last time you went?
So recently we went on Nagtibba trek.
Nagtibba. Is it in near Missouri?
Yes, sir.
What inspired you to go there and have that trek?
So we all colleagues decided to go for a weekend trek, and Nagtibba was a perfect destination for all of us. It's a easy to moderate trek, and I had already been to that trek, so I only kind of suggested to my friends that we'll go there.
Wonderful. So you are currently in any service?
So I'm in DANICS. I joined in 2022 March.
What is the difference between a lieutenant governor and a governor?
So governor is basically for a state, but the lieutenant governor is for union territories.
Yes, that is correct. But how does their powers differ, or are they nearly the same? How is it like?
So they both are administrative heads for their territories. And so the basic difference lies in the structure of the territory. That is, states are full-fledged states, but UTs, they are under the control of union. So that is the only difference. But in the powers of LG and the governor, there is no difference.
Okay. So to some extent, if you are saying that LG is directly reaching out to administrators, then that is constitutionally wrong.
Yes, sir. Sir, so there are two things. In UTs, there are two types of UTs. One is the one with legislatures, and there are the others without any legislature. So like we have Chandigarh, Chandigarh is there, and we have Lakshadweep, Andaman, Nicobar, which do not have any legislature. So in that, the LG is directly controlling the officers. But sir, in case of, we have Delhi and Pondicherry, which have the legislature, so the CM and the whole assembly is also there. So sir, it's a strict structure kind of similar to the states.
So you are from Chandigarh. Chandigarh is often a destination for a lot of retired people and pensioners. Is that correct?
Sir, in a way it is correct. So a lot of government offices are there because it's the state capital for two states, that is Punjab and Haryana. So a lot of government offices of Punjab and Haryana are there. So officers basically stay there and they end up staying there after retirement as well.
So Chandigarh as a capital has been shared between Punjab and Haryana.
Yes, sir.
What is the reason that Hyderabad could not be shared between Andhra and Telangana?
Sir, one of the reasons is that Chandigarh is on the edge of Punjab and Haryana, so it shares a border with both the states. But in case of Hyderabad, it is in the center of Telangana, and it does not have direct connection with connectivity with Andhra Pradesh.
Why do we have female feticide and infanticide problems in Haryana?
One of the reasons behind that is patriarchy. Because these are mostly agricultural states, sir. Punjab, Haryana, they are agricultural states, and in the old times, agriculture, parents would prefer for male child because it would help in the agriculture. Moreover, so the issue of dowry was there. So women are treated as a burden because the parents would end up as paying bribes. They have to pay the dowry. So.
But we are having, let us say, Eastern Uttar Pradesh and Bihar, Indo-Gangetic plains.
Yes, sir.
There also they have patriarchy. How does patriarchy manifest? It is not having a female feticide and infanticide problem. So A, they do not have patriarchy, or B, they have patriarchy but it manifests itself differently. What is it?
Sir, the patriarchy is there in the eastern parts of UP as well. But the reason is that that Punjab and Haryana, they are technologically advanced, and they had the sex selective abortions were conducted in these states, and that is the reason why the sex ratio dipped a lot. But the patriarchy is there in the Indo-Gangetic plains.
What happens in the Indo-Gangetic plains of Eastern Uttar Pradesh and Bihar?
I'm sorry, sir, happens in the sense.
Patriarchy, feticide, infanticide does
Yes,
not
sir.
happen, but something else happens. What happens there?
So there is the problem of unwanted girls.
Ankita, so Haryana became a hub for automobile makers. Maruti came here.
Yes, sir.
But after that, we are not seeing Haryana is not able to attract other automakers or even other industries. What is the reason?
So one of the reasons is that other states are providing far more incentives to the automobile makers. Like we see in Gujarat, a lot of incentives are being given. And second, sir, it's a landlocked state. So if they have direct connectivity with ports, if it's on the coastal area, so the export and import is easier.
There is water table problem in Haryana,
Yes, sir.
particularly in its urban centers such as Gurgaon. What are we doing about it?
Sir, water harvesting measures are being taken, especially in the government buildings. It is mandatory. Second, sir, there's the project of rejuvenation of the water bodies and the wetlands.
And what else?
So there is also focus on shift to organic farming, so that.
That is not what is happening. I'll give you a hint. So what is happening is, to preserve this groundwater, certain actions have been taken by the government, and this is leading to the problem of pollution in Delhi.
Yes, sir.
Now tell me what is happening.
So basically, earlier the kharif crops, they were planted in May, June time when the water was very scarce and a lot of problem of underground water was being used. So now there's this law that the plantation can only be done in July, August when the rainfall starts. And that leads to a delayed harvesting of the kharif crops, which leaves a very less time between the kharif and rabi growing season.
Okay, I'm satisfied. Tell me, what is the contribution of Nikola Tesla?
So Tesla contributed to the development of AC electricity.
Ankita, I went to buy a phone which an infinite good battery life. The shop, I said, I'm willing to pay any amount, but give me a phone whose battery life lasts for at least a week or 10 days. And the shopkeeper laughed and he said, no amount of money can buy that phone. And he said, if you want something like that, you take an Excite battery. Tell me, what is the challenge in increasing the battery life of cell phones?
Sir, in cell phones, since it's very portable, so a very limited amount of space is available, and so we are using lithium-ion batteries in the cell phones, which themselves have very high energy density. So that has helped in reducing the size of phone. But again, since a lot of apps and we have a lot of usage of phone, so the battery is restricted only to a day or two.
All right. So there is a trade-off between the size of the battery and the mobility.
Yes, sir.
Why we have not been able to work or upgrade on the battery technology, or have we upgraded in the past 10 years on the battery technology, or are we just using the same stuff, lithium ion? What is happening?
So lithium ion is a recent upgradation only. Earlier, so I'm not sure of the
Ever
exact.
since mobile phones, we were using lithium ion only.
So earlier the usage of phones was less, and that is why like we had Nokia 1100 or so phones which did not have much capabilities, but now the smartphones offer a wide range of applications.
What is a hydrogen fuel cell?
So in that, basically hydrogen is used. I'm sorry, sir, I have to read about it.
Tell me, what can the government do to promote hydrogen economy? What is hydrogen economy?
So hydrogen economy uses hydrogen in various aspects, like there is hydrogen fuel cells are used, hydrogen based. We have like hydrogen CNG that is being used in Delhi government buses, and hydrogen, the government even launched the National Hydrogen Mission in the recent budget. So sir, it's the use of hydrogen in the different applications.
You play Japanese logic puzzles. How did you get into this habit of solving these Japanese logic puzzles?
So it started with Sudoku. I would do it in newspapers, and later, sir, in time.
Is it Japanese or is it has some another origin?
Sir, it is Japanese only.
But some people say it is having different origin.
Sir, from what I have read, that Sudoku is also Japanese only. And sir, I started with in Times of India, so this Kakuro and Hitori would come. So my interest developed from there, and then sir, in mobile I checked a lot of other games were available.
Media across the world is dead. Nearly every print media newspaper is shut down. Only in India you still have print media thriving. What is the reason? Are you aware that print media everywhere is under threat? A lot of newspapers shut down. New York Times now only has a digital edition.
Sir, I did not know that.
So print media is shut down globally, in Europe, in US. In India still, we still have the print media. What is the reason? How we have been able to survive?
Sir, in India, the digital penetration is not that much. It is there, but not to the extent of even people using the e-papers. And so second is that people have this habit of waking every day to the newspapers and reading it. So that is what has sustained the print media.
You are already in a DANICS service.
Yes, sir.
Why do you want to go for Indian Administrative Service?
So DANICS is a very good service in the terms of the field experience it provides.
Everything said before but is crap. So tell me after but.
Sir, IAS provides a huge exposure in the terms of the not just field exposure but also in policy making. So sir, the policy making aspect is not there in DANICS.
No, you are already a selected officer. You are saying such bookish things like policy making.
So
you're saying people who are making policies are also going to jail, especially
yes.
in your service, isn't it?
Yes,
I met cadre, everyone is afraid.
Sir, in DANICS, the career progression is a little slow, as in the promotions are very slow.
All right, your interview is over, Ankita.
Thank you, sir.